Like, it's not like any of this stuff is running well. Like, the one thing we know is that none of this stuff is running well. Like, we know that for sure, right? And we know these people aren't showing up to work, and like we know that all this crazy stuff is happening, right? And like, you know, do you remember Elon's story of the do you remember Elon's story of what got the Amish to turn out to vote in Pennsylvania? Oh, okay. So like Pennsylvania, so Pennsylvania is like a wonderful state, great history. It has these cities like Philadelphia that have descended like other cities into just like complete chaos, violence, madness, and death, right? And the federal government has just like let it happen. It's incredibly violent places. And so the Biden administration decided that the big pressing law enforcement thing that they needed to do in Pennsylvania was that they needed to start raiding Amish farms to prevent them from selling raw milk with armed raids.
Right.
And it turns out it really pissed off the Amish. And it turns out they weren't willing to drive to the polling places because they don't have cars. But if you came and got them, they would go and they would vote. And that's one of the reasons why Trump won. Anyway, so like the law enforcement agencies are off working on like crazy things. Like the system's not working. And so you add up, just pick $130 billion programs. All right, now you're, okay, math major, 100 times 100.
$10,000.
$10,000. Okay, $10,000 per taxpayer per year.
But it's also not just about money. That's really, obviously money is a hugely important thing, but it's the cavalier attitude.
Yes.
That then in the ripple effect of that, it makes it so nobody wants to work in government and be productive. It makes it so that it breeds corruption. It breeds laziness. It breeds secrecy because you don't want to be transparent about having done nothing all year, all this kind of stuff. And you want to reverse that. So it would be exciting for the future to work in government, because the amazing thing, if you were to steel man government, is you can do shit at scale. You have money and you can directly impact people's lives in a positive sense at scale. It's super exciting, as long as there's no bureaucracy that slows you down, or not huge amounts of bureaucracy that slows you down significantly.
Yeah. So here's the term. This blew my mind because I was, once you open the hellmouth of looking into the federal budget, you learn all kinds of things. So there is a term of art in government called impoundment.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're like me, you've learned this the hard way when your car has been impounded. The government meaning of impoundment, the federal budget meaning is a different meaning. Impoundment is as follows. The Constitution requires Congress to authorize money to be spent by the executive branch, right? So the executive branch goes to Congress, says we need money X. Congress does their thing. They come back and they say you can have money Y. The money is appropriated from Congress.